Good morning. I'm about to do another ad on the side of my blog, and I wanted to share with you how to do it. Now, I'm not going to go over what all this is, except for that needs to come in front. Anyway, I'm going to download this. I created this with my Canva, and I have a previous training on which I showed that in more detail. So I'm just downloading this for the purpose of getting it ready to put it in to my side widget area where my blog is. So in order to do that, first thing I'm going to just create an add new just for the purpose of having a place to create this ad, because it's not important. It's not going to become a blog post. I just use the blog post function to create what I call the information that I need. So first of all, I have an open place here for this, and then I also need to bring that into I don't want it to come into my media in the blog because of the fact that it only allows 500 megabytes. That's not a lot of space. I could, no problem, but I'm not going to in this case. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add it in here. So bring it here. And it should pop up on the top in a second or two. Come on. And of course, it always works that way, that it's a little slow. So here is my ad, and I've already created it 300 by 800. You can make it as long as you want, but 300 is usually the average what it is. So I'm not going to worry about doing any of the other things I usually do with my pictures in here, but I'm going to copy the direct link. Copy the direct link, and this is in IMGUR. IMGUR. I've done another training about that as well. So I am going to actually add it now to, but now remember, I don't put it here, I put it here. Reason why being is that I want it to come from that other place. So now I have this part. And now the only thing left to do is to actually link this up with my with the actual training link that has been created. If you want to know how to create that, there's a very quick training inside of our group that Franco did. So I'm going to grab my training link, because this needs to be hooked up to that training link. So first of all, I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to insert. And usually that shows up underneath here. And then I'm going to include, put that in there. And also I want this to open in a new tab. So I've completed that. And then the next step is to do this. Now you can tell if it has been created correctly, because the first thing it's going to show is the link to my training. Target blank, which means it goes to another tab. And then the other part of it is the picture itself. And so I'm going to grab all this text. You don't have to know how that works. I know because I've used it quite a while. So I'm going to come back to my dashboard in my blog. Now this is really true of any blog system, any of those themes. It doesn't matter which one. So I'm going to go to Appearance. And I'm going to go to Customize. Like I said, it's kind of slow this morning. And then I'm going to make sure I'm on my blog, Now if you don't have a home page, it's not a problem. You'll go there automatically. And then I'm going to go to widgets, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the sidebar, and then I'm going to add a new one, and it's going to pop all this up on. This is true of most of the customization. Doesn't matter which one. Then I'm going to choose a text, and then I'm going to slide down. I'm not going to put a title in, it's not necessary. And then I'm going to just drop that text that I copied in here, and then all I have to do is hit save. And that's all you got to do in here. It's really cool the way they have it coming in here where you can set it up. Another thing I'm going to do before I leave this is I'm going to close this last one, and then I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer to the beginning of my ads that I have in here, because I have quite a few in here. And I might adjust this more than once. So I'm going to save again because I made a change. And then I'm going to come to a blog post to see if it actually worked. Now, what I'm doing is refreshing this page so it's possible. Now this page is one I'm working on. There it is. And just as I wanted it to, it comes up. I might adjust a little bit more. It comes up fairly close to the front and the beginning of the blog post. You don't want it way down in the bottom somewhere. But look at how beautiful that looks. And so let's make sure it clicks away to the training, and there it is. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't really, there is a more complicated where you can host it in Aweber and all that business. But you know what? I want to keep it simple for the ones in my team that are just using the autoresponder inside of Power Lead System. So this one is actually only going to that link, and it doesn't actually have to have a connection to Aweber or Get Response. Now they have that in there too. So that's as simple as you can get to create one of these beautiful side widgets for your blog.